Hello, welcome. My name is Eugenia for those who don't know me, and I'm the founder of Unlox'U, the eating psychology clinic, helping you to rewire your brain and give you a mind plan instead of a diet plan so you can regain your control around food, because that's what we believe you really can, because you deserve it. Life is very much too short to worry about food. Food is comfort. Yes or no? Well, it depends. Food is comfort, and I'm not really going to argue that it is comforting. When we start eating food, it is comforting. And when we continue eating, to a point of maybe feeling uncomfortable, that's where we start questioning it. Is it really comforting? Well, to a certain degree and to a certain point. And when it gets past that point of feeling comfortable or feeling that comfort from food, that's when it becomes rather painful. Especially those feelings like guilt and shame and regret that come in after. So this is where then I will argue that food creates comfort. And that's why I say yes or no, and no to a certain degree. So that means we can eat food for comfort until a certain amount, and then it becomes uncomfortable, then it becomes rather problematic. That means that there is a time frame and also a certain limit to how much comfort it actually brings us. And I guess the question is, what happens then after? So that, because there is a limit. So what do we do after that? Well, this is where we need ourselves, so that there is no limit in time or amount of creating or feeling that comfort. Like when we have someone, like let's say a friend who needs our support, what do we do with that friend? How do we create or provide that comfort with, let's say, friends or family, or really those who we love and we want to support? This is exactly what we need, and this is what I would like to share with you today. Some tools and strategies that you can, I guess, apply for yourself like you would also do for others, so that there is no limit in time or the amount like it is with food. And so you don't need to rely on that crutch to use food, let me just challenge you here, as a drug of choice. So what is it that we would do for our friends? A lot of the time, when our friends need support or help, yes, sometimes they look for answers. Yes, sometimes they look for suggestions or solutions. But how many times do they actually say, you know what, I don't need solutions. I don't even need any suggestions. I just need you to be here with me. So this is what we need for ourselves. That time, that presence. Because when we use food, I guess, as a drug to escape or numb what is happening for us, we're not really there for ourselves. We are running away. We are creating that escape, that numbness. So we are actually really avoiding being with ourselves, creating that presence for ourselves. Sometimes we think, when I ask my clients, like, what is it that you think would be good for you to create comfort in other ways other than food? People, I guess, quite often think about big things, going on holiday or going to a spa or getting a massage. These are all great tools, but it's not always required. Like when a friend needs help and support, they don't always need to go and get a massage. They need someone to be there for us. So in the first place, can you be there for yourself? without distracting yourself, without being on social media, without even maybe reading at this stage, as in the first place, to be there for yourself, to be present with your needs. And what I mean by that is, give yourself a certain time frame. You can, if you feel like, you know what, it would be great for me so I don't feel anxious because at the moment it's very uncomfortable and this is new for me. I'm going to just stop a timer and give myself 10 minutes to just sit with myself and ask myself those questions. How do I feel? What are those feelings? And really name them out loud. I feel tired. I feel exhausted. I feel stressed. I feel so overworked. I feel rushed throughout my life. I feel disconnected. I feel lonely. Any feelings that come up for you, really name them and feel them. I know it can feel quite scary because you don't know what will come up. And I know our first intuition is to rather run away. But you will see that just being there present with yourself, it's that inner child. So listening to our inner child and allowing our inner child to have a voice. Because when we start eating food for comfort, that is actually just inner child looking for that voice to be heard, to be understood, to be comforted, to be validated. These are things that we are looking for, and this is what we need to do for ourselves. It's parenting ourselves, being that being that parent who cares and loves you. So give yourself that time, asking yourself those questions. How do I feel? What do I need? So again, not always does it require solutions, just what do I need? And for us, especially women, we need to talk it out loud, right? When we are with our friends, female friends, we just banter, back and forth. Oh yeah, this is how I feel, this is how I feel too, this is what I usually do, and this is what I don't do, this is what I don't like. There is not much solution happening. There is actually just saying things out loud and speaking them out loud. That's all. And this is exactly what we need women to, not always when there is no friend available to talk to. Ideally, that'll be great. But in the first place, we need to be there for ourselves and to be able to speak it out loud. Journals are really great as well, because that gives you that option to write it out so you can see that. You can read it out, and then your brain can really understand what is going on here, what is happening here. Yeah, so being there for yourself, asking yourself those questions so you have that connection with yourself. And then once you've given yourself that time to be there for yourself, to spend that time with yourself, then you can maybe look into, are there certain activities that would make me feel comforted? And everyone is very, very different. Some people really like to go for, I guess, an active walk or a run, and they like to be active. Other people like to just jump into bed or put a blanket on, watch something on Netflix or read a book. So everyone is very different. It can be so simple activities. It can be booking, I guess, asking your friend when you can catch up when you can catch up, when you meet them. So even just that proactive way of doing things will show yourself that you are there for yourself. You are not neglecting yourself, but actually are proactively doing something. There is that inner knowing, inner voice that is guiding you, that is telling you what you really need. And maybe it is hard for you to say what you need or to even think about it. Take a list, write down some suggestions. What are the possible things that you would like to engage or like to do? So when I feel stressed personally, I really enjoy sometimes even booking like a overnight holiday. Just I love going to really beautiful like Airbnbs. There's just something about it. Yeah, so again, I do it by myself and I really enjoy that. So again, when I book that, I show myself that compassion, that love, that I'm there for you. And then when I go away, depends on what I feel like. I might just stay in the room. I might go for shopping. I might meet a friend. I might go into a cafe. I might go into a cafe and read. So these are different activities. But in the first place, it's really, really important that you are there for yourself. Take that time to just be with yourself, to listen to yourself like you would listen to a friend. Feel into the feelings that you're feeling. Acknowledge them. They're there for a reason. They are a message. What is the message? When you need comfort, comfort from what? What is that message that is coming through? If you needed something, what would that be? This is how we comfort ourselves. This is how we're there for ourselves. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful for you. And also let me know what are your favorite way to comfort yourself other than food. Because again, this is how we make those changes. This is how we change our habits by implementing things that are really serving us long term. So we do no longer use food as a drug of choice and really have a mind plan for ourselves instead of always going to a diet plan and think that food is the problem. Food is not the problem. How we respond to it, our behaviors, our habits, how we use food, that can be problematic. But in general, food is not the problem. So that's why it's really important to look for that mind plan so you know what to do and then repeat those new behaviors over and over again. And this is how we create new habits. This is how we rewire the brain so that healthy eating becomes your second nature. And you don't need to fight and to battle this anymore. If you would like to get help to rewire your brain, if you would like to have help to regain your control around food, to recreate a beautiful and easy relationship with food so you feel confident when it comes to food, your life, yourself, because usually when we change how we eat, we change our entire life. It never is only a food that's changing. Our entire life usually changing because how we do some of the things is how we do most of the things. And this is where clients tell me, oh my God, I am now having so much more time for things that really matter to me. I'm now so much more calmer and I have such a beautiful and much better relationship with my husband. I'm now so much more focused at work, so I deliver more. So usually really so many other positive changes happen in our life as well. If this is you, if this is something that you want to do for yourself because you are sick of coming back to square one and coming back to this toxic relationship with food, book a call with us. I'll add a link below. Book a call with us. Book a free call to discover how we can help you based on your individual challenges so we can come up with your individual plan to help you to really achieve what you've been wanting and what you desire and absolutely deserve as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being in this community. I am really, really looking forward to hearing from you soon. Much love.